In John chapter 3, or 1 John chapter 3, verses 1 and 2, he says, shall. He uses the future tense shall. We shall be like he. So if we shall be like he and we are like him, so it means that he's not talking about the same states of being. And we have made that clear. We shall be like him, talking about the souls and the spirit, our souls and spirit. We are like him now in this world, talking about we shall be like him is talking about the souls and the body, our souls and our bodies. When Jesus returns, we shall be like him in our souls and our body. He says that as Christ is in heaven, so are we in this world, which means we are like Jesus Christ in this world, in our spirit. In our spirit. So today, we are going to address the satisfied will. So let's all look at the will of Jesus Christ in order for us to determine our satisfied will. Jesus said the servant is not greater than his master. If you are my master, I am only going to learn. I'm only going to excel based upon your knowledge and your level. It is impossible to exceed that. Now we have human masters, we have human teachers, and some students, they exceed that human teachers, but Jesus Christ is our standard. I'll give you the example. For me, by God's grace, every minister needs a father, a spiritual dad. So my spiritual dad, first I said he was my limit. When Jesus made that statement, you cannot exceed. You cannot be above your master. That has many applications. But when it comes to knowledge, I thought that I could not exceed this mind, my spiritual human figure. I could not exceed him in knowledge. That is, I could not know more than what he knows. But the Holy Spirit began to teach me. He said, my son, that your human father or spiritual dad, like Paul in Timothy, he said he is not your limit. He is not your limit. Jesus Christ is your limit. Jesus Christ is your example. Yet you need physical object to relate to. However, Jesus Christ is your limit. And I realized that because there are some things the Lord has revealed to me as I buy materials of my spiritual dad and listen to him. He has not touched some of them yet. In some area, the Lord has given me more revelation than he has. So now I begin to be reminded of what the Holy Spirit told me. Jesus Christ is your limit, because if I had limited my spiritual knowledge or knowledge to this my spiritual dad, I wouldn't have passed him. But because Jesus is my limit and Jesus Christ is where I am, not going to be above Jesus Christ in knowledge. Okay, so you will not know better or you will not know more than your master. So in order, saying Jesus Christ, we are complete in Jesus Christ in our will. We are complete in Jesus Christ. Our completion or our satisfaction of our will not be more better or good than Jesus is. So let us look at Jesus' will, which is part of his soul, into this message. John chapter 5, verse 30. John 5:30. I can of my own self do nothing. I can of my own self, I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. The satisfied will. First, the word will in this context, it is objective, which means that which is willed. I sit and I will to go to the store. It is not the future verb of will. Yes, you will do that. No, it's something that is part of our soul. You will to do something. And it is used of the will of God. What God will to do. God will to redeem human race. God will to create angels, heavens and earth, and humanity. God will to send his son. You will to get out of your bed. You will to have a house. You will to have a car. You will to have a family. Okay? So that is what we are talking about. So it's objective of that which is willed. So in here, John chapter 5 verse 30, Jesus said, I can of my own self do nothing. He continues. He said, as I hear, I judge. Going back on what we learned about the mind, the satisfied mind, looking at Jesus' mind, which is the mind of God, bringing that into this, when Jesus Christ, when he out of love, out of reference, at his own free will, decides to undertake the redemptive work of God. God taught him the thoughts and counsels of God that make up the mind of God were imparted unto Jesus Christ. He received instructions, the teachings of God, and that he will to carry it out. He said, I came not to do my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. So Jesus Christ, the satisfied will, is this, is to carry out God's will. That is the satisfied will. And you and myself, we have that will presently to carry out God's will, which we'll look at what is God's will from this context. We have that, the satisfied will, but it's only in the spirit. Jesus said the spirit is willing. The spirit wants to do, wants to execute God's will. But the soul and the body are not permitting it to the fullest. But that is not our focus point. Our focus point is actually in our solar realm. Therefore, this cannot be effective in this present age. The Bible teaches us about 3 ages. we have the first age. We are still living in that age right now. From Adam to the second coming of Jesus Christ, or to the end of, or before the 1,000 year of Jesus Christ starts. Let's put it that way because I want to be exact. So before the 1,000 year of Jesus Christ starts, the first age starts from Adam to there. So let's say from 1 to 9, okay, is the 3 ages. We have from 1 to 3 is the first age. From 3 to 6 is this next age. From 6 to 9. The Bible teaches about 3 ages. So these 3 ages from Adam to before Jesus Christ 1,000 year begin, and the 1,000 year is another age, and then after the 1,000 year eternity, that another age without end. The first age has an end. It ends when Jesus Christ begins to reign. The second age has an end. It ends after 1,000 years. The third age, which has to do with eternity, has no end. So this, the satisfied will that you and myself have right now in the solar realm is not effective. It will not be effective to its fullest. Yet we exercise little there and little here. But it's not effective. It's not to the fullest.